Gemini, my gorgeous Gemini, listen to me very carefully, because you are going to be making a really important decision this month. The decision that you're going to be making is going to be based on the new directions that you are going to find out about. New directions. So what these new directions are going to be all about? Well, let me tell you, these new directions are going to be about you. You know, basically, it's based on an old plan of yours. It's based on an old plan of yours. It's to do with something that was on your mind for absolute ages. It's to do with a plan. It's to do with something that you wanted to do, something that you wanted to achieve. This is to do with something so big to you, so important to you. And this in itself is going to change your life forever. It's going to change every single aspect of your life, where you're going to find yourself being happy every single day. You're gonna enjoy yourself like you've never enjoyed yourself before. And when it comes to you finding out about these new directions that are based on an old plan, you know, this is so important for you to consider these directions so to take these directions, you know, so seriously, to consider them like really seriously, because you know, this in itself is part of you, part of who you are. It's part of your personal evolution, which is going to bring you to the point of your life where you are going to find out so much about yourself and so much ahead of you that you are gonna feel connected to, and you've never felt connected to these particular things before. And this is all going to play an important role when it comes to your natural spiritual development, also like your spiritual evolution. So when you become aware of these new directions that I'm talking about, just remember, it's to do with the new directions that are based on an old plan. So you had a plan for a long time, for a while, but something was missing. Something was missing, and you couldn't take that plant into a plant. You couldn't take that plan into an action because you didn't have a confidence, and because you're extremely intuitive, and you were absolutely right. There were certain things that were missing, and these missing things, you know, you could not come up with a plan, because this is to do with something big, and it's to do with you making a big decision. So you know what I mean? So when you become aware of these new directions, you know, this month, this is gonna be absolutely super important for you indeed. And you know, by the time you get already to the end of March 2024, by the time you get already towards the end of March 2024, it is going to be a really gorgeous and spiritual experience which you are going to have. Very much so out of this world experience you are going to have at some kind of a place that you've never been before, you know. And that in itself, that spiritual experience that you are going to have, it is like every single one of you will be going through this in your own unique way. But the bottom line is, you're going to feel like something out of this world happened to you, and it's going to happen on one specific day. And there is going to be some kind of a very unusual opportunity for you. And this unusual opportunity is going to be absolutely everything, because you're going to tap into something you've never tapped into before, but you would never ever really consider this unusual opportunity if you didn't consider these new directions in the first place. Well, this new unusual opportunity that you are going to have at around that time, at around the end of March, it's gonna be like, oh my God, this is gonna bring you to such a prominent part of your life. This unusual opportunity that you are going to have, you are all I can say to you, this is a lot to do with like a brand new beginning, but it's a lot to do with you also like kind of getting the most out of your life by following your passion. You're going to be able to follow your passion like fully, but also at the same time, this is just going to create a really powerful moment where you are going to realize what is important and what is not important in your life. And you're also going to realize that you are, and you have been wasting your time with something that has come to an end absolute ages ago. And that unusual experience is just like really that unusual opportunity. It's really going to allow you to shed an old energy, to get rid of an old energy. That unusual opportunity is also going to allow you to like get rid of something very, very dark and something very, very negative in your life. But it's not about getting rid of something like that, because I think it's to do with the specific people in your life who are going to be there forever. For example, like not forever literally, but you know what I mean. But it's more about gaining some kind of a strength through that enlightening experience, which is going to allow you to see a very, very specific and dark situation in your life in a completely different light. And it's important to mention that that particular situation was really scaring you and making you feel paranoid about your life and about the decisions that you're going to be making. You see how important this is. So you are really going to come out of your comfort zone. You're going to come out of your shell indeed, which is ever so important. Okay. And when it comes to numerology, my gorgeous Geminini, when it comes to numerology, your number this month, it's number 5. Number 5, it's like really pretty much so an important number, especially when it comes to you, a kind of realizing how close to you are to some kind of a dream of yours. When you realize at around the 11th of January how close you are to some kind of a dream of yours, you know this is going to provide you this spiritual petrol. And once you have this spiritual petrol or spiritual gasoline or whatever, once you're like kind of once you get once you get showered by it, once you get this spiritual petrol, spiritual gasoline, this in itself, it's like pretty much so going to make you aware of the fact that nothing is going to stop you. Nothing is going to stop you, okay, from what are you going to decide to do. You're gonna feel like so passionate and so courageous and so strong. And once you get a grasp of this energy on such a high level, you really do become completely unstoppable. All I can say to you, my gorgeous Geminini, that this in itself I can call as a month of your own comeback, and I absolutely love it indeed. When it comes to nutrition and things like that, you just need to keep on taking something to boost your immune system, like natural vitamin D3 with natural K2 alongside with zinc picolinate. And also on top of that, I highly recommend something like organic camu camu, which is going to provide you with a natural vitamin C. Okay, if you're on any other medications, if you're pregnant or if you're breastfeeding, you just need to check with your doctor or GP. Only they can tell you whether this can interact with your existing medications, my gorgeous Geminini, or not. So now I'm going to start with the very first day this month. It is going to be the very 1st of January. I really like this day quite a lot, because someone very close to you or someone quite important in your life is going to remind you somehow on your past, on the specific things on your past. When it comes to your past, like a certain memories are gonna be triggered because of somebody very, very close to you, either family member, either your partner, either somebody very close to you like your friend, However, these memories that are gonna be triggered, you are gonna be remembered of something really, really specific, really specific. And what are you gonna remember at the specific stage, at the specific time of your life? Now suddenly you will realize that how you can really work on some kind of a dark and unhealthy and negative attachment. Now, because of your memories and because of where exactly you're gonna be drifting back into your past, because of your memories, you will kind kind of realize this negative and dark and unhealthy attachment in your life that is making you feel so unhappy, and it has been making you feel unhappy for so long. Okay, this is so important. This is so important because something, not only a dark, negative and unhealthy attachment in your life, it's going to be highlighted, but you're also somehow going to start seeing things in a completely different light. This is because this vision that you're going to have, it's really going to sharpen you up, and it's going to make you feel really, really brave. And bravery, you know, these are like very powerful feelings, very powerful emotions, and very powerful energy. And this is something that is going to keep you going. You will see not only that you're going to realize through your own memories and nostalgia, you're going to realize something very dark and unhealthy that you're going to need to do something about it, but you're also going to see this in a slightly different light. And this is very difficult to explain, but it's because of the emotions and the feelings and vibration that you will benefit from. This is why you will be able to see this in a different light. And when I say that you will be able to see this in a different light, I mean that, you know, you are gonna realize that you're gonna have to make a sacrifice here, but the different light comes in at the moment in time where, you know, if this happened only like a few weeks ago, again you would be like, no baby, no. But now this is you're gonna be very, very excited. You're gonna be very excited because something happened when you were reminded of your past, of your memories. Something happened, something very deep and very powerful within, which did help you to reconnect to the point where your own bravery has elevated you. So now this in itself, it's so important because this is something that was making your life so unhappy, that was making you really unhappy. So it's to do with a dark and negative attachment. It's to do with an aspect of your life, you know, that is making you feel really, really unhappy. But it took a while for you to kind of get here, to get to this point of your life. You know, it took you a while because it does require from you to be really honest with yourself. And if you are like really unhappy, my gorgeous Gemini, you know, it's very difficult to like live this life, and it's very difficult to maybe play an important role in somebody else's life, or it's very difficult to help to somebody else. I'm talking about people who we love, because if you're really, really deeply unhappy inside because of something, you know, and this is to do with the personal problem that will never go away, because nobody else can make this problem to go away but you, you know. So this is important because it's not only something that was making you feel so unhappy. You were thinking about this problem, that something has come to an end. Something has come to an end a long time ago, but you felt really bad about like moving on or something like that. Something was making you feel bad, but you need to snap out of it because you need to take care of yourself. You need to take care of yourself. You know, you need to like really, basically, yeah, you need to take care of yourself in this world, because if you don't take care of yourself, you're not going to be able to take care of anybody else. So you have to start with yourself. And this is absolutely the perfect time of the year to actually do this, my gorgeous Gemini. This is brilliant. And it's not only that, it was making you like every single time when you wanted to start something new or some kind of a new problem, new project or something, you know, you would just, you know, things wouldn't kind of work out the way you wanted them to work out. You would just have these unnecessary difficulties. So not only, you see what I mean? This is so important, my gorgeous Gemini. I just heard something really unusual sound. An unusual sound. So this is a confirmation, my gorgeous Gemini. I heard an unusual sound, some kind of an animal, but this is confirmation that what I'm about to say now, it's even more important. And I'm sorry I'm on and on and on about things, but I do know that, you know, a lot is going to be resolved this month. Going back to the 1st of January, my gorgeous Gemini, you are literally also, all this what I've mentioned so far, all this what I mentioned so far, you just have to be honest with yourself. You have to move on with your life when you need to move on. And I know it's hard sometimes, but then all this is going to contribute right now that you are ready. You've got everything you possibly need in order to make an important decision, in order to kind of like really do something about this particular aspect of your life that is just making you feel so sad, dark and negative, you know. And it's and before you couldn't do anything about it, but now you're going to realize that you've got absolutely everything you possibly need. So here you're already going to decide to make the really important move, a really important step. And I hope I'm not too confusing, my gorgeous Gemini. I'm really sorry, but this is indeed to do with something that, you know, it just has been making you feel really unhappy for a while, but it's to do with some kind of karmic situation. Something has come to an end a while ago and you knew this, but you were trying and trying and trying. And now the power of number one, because this is all happening in January and it's all happening on the 1st of January, so you've got even a couple of number ones to deal with. So this in itself, it's a part of your spiritual awakening where you're gonna feel so brave, you know. But at the same time, you know, it's just going to, that energy that's really help you to come out of your comfort zone like quite a lot. And this at this stage of your life is really important indeed. The second important date, my gorgeous Gemini, it's going to be on the 3rd of January. On the 3rd of January, it's, you know, a really beautiful and gorgeous experience on the 3rd of January. Okay, and this gorgeous and beautiful experience that you are going to have, you know, I'm not gonna lie to you, something is going to open your eyes here. You're gonna become aware of something really important, really significant. And what you're gonna become aware of, like, you know, at the same time you're gonna tap into something so important, so significant, that you are not going to be able to stop thinking about this whatsoever. This is really going to inspire you, like, oh my God, what are you gonna tap into? What are you gonna come across? What are you going to see, my gorgeous Gemini? This is really going to inspire you so much, and it's gonna give you like all sorts of ideas. But then later on, you know, you are gonna be like kind of you're still not gonna know completely how you're gonna do this. And then in between the 3rd of January and the 7th of January, for example, you are gonna have a moment where you are going to like pretty much so in between the 3rd of January and in between the 8th of January. So it's in between the 3rd of January and in between the 8th of January. You are gonna have a moment where you are gonna be chilling out. You are gonna be relaxing, whether you're gonna be lying down and just about to go to sleep, or whether you're just gonna wake up, or whether you're gonna be meditating, whether you're just gonna be like thinking, do you know what I mean? But you are gonna be chilling out. You are gonna be relaxing. And it's important to mention this, and I normally mention this because when we are relaxing and chilling out, we tap into all sorts of dimensions. The more we are relaxed, you know, the more in touch with our subconscious mind we actually get. So you are going to have a moment where you're going to be chilling out and relaxing, and there is an insight that is just out of the blue going to come to you, because you will realize that you're finding something really challenging about what actually inspired you here. You're finding something really challenging, and then suddenly this person is going to come into your mind. This really powerful man is going to come into your mind, and because that man is going to come into your mind, somehow this man is going to re-energize you just by being in your mind. Somehow this man is going to give you strength and power just while you are thinking about this man. And while you're thinking about this man, at the same time something is going to happen, and what you were finding really challenging, and what was putting you off, somehow you're going to realize that through that man, while you're thinking about this man, you are going to somebody very specific and very powerful and very unique in your life. And while you're thinking about this man, something magical is going to happen. You're going to realize that the worst is over. The worst is over. The worst is over. With what you're going to be thinking about, the worst is over. It couldn't have gone worse than it was, or it has been. Something that was really scaring you from like kind of taking this seriously. So by you just thinking about that man, you're going to realize the worst is over, my gorgeous Gemini. And this in itself is like really pretty much so going to make you aware of a one big change. You're suddenly going to be thinking and focusing on the big change that this is going to bring into your life. And the more you think about it, the more sharper your vision is going to become. The more you're going to realize, the more you're going to understand, the more you're going to feel what's ahead. You're not going to even be able to explain with words, but with your feelings and emotions, and with something very deep within, you will know that this is in itself going to kind of bring a major impact on your life, and it's going to bring an ultimate happiness, my gorgeous Gemininis. Okay, so this is where this is going to lead towards. 10 of Cups, emotional contentment, happiness. You know, you will do the right thing here. It is not, you know, it's not always about money, it's not always about finances, but it's also about what our soul wants, what our spirit wants, how we can make this life, how we can live this life in such a way where we don't waste any time and we enjoy every single minute, every single second of our spiritual journey. This is exactly how it should be. But when we find ourselves within the place or within the area where things don't work for us anymore, it's down to us to do something about it, you know, because it is going to lead towards you like a really making fundamental steps towards like a really great change in your life. What else I was going to recommend you, my gorgeous Gemini, would be this absolutely gorgeous Indian bloodstone. Absolutely beautiful. This Indian bloodstone is gorgeous, and let me tell you about bloodstone, how powerful these crystals are. One of the most powerful crystals because they've used them throughout the centuries, you know, many centuries ago. You know, the soldiers used to go into the battles, and they would never go into the battles unless they had like a bloodstone, because they believed it would protect them, it would give them strength, it would give them a courage, which is absolutely true. But also at the same time, you know, many centuries ago, they used to put bloodstones on top of the graves as well, in order to protect people from evil spirits, you know. So it has been known throughout the century how powerful bloodstones actually are. I highly recommend you to wear a bloodstone, my gorgeous Gemini, because it's really kind of important to have a confidence every single step of the way, especially when it comes to like January, February and March. A lot is going to be happening in your life, and this is something which is going to help you with the balance, especially when it comes to you becoming courageous at a time where, oh my God, nervousness could kind of take, you know, the better of you. Very important indeed, because believe me or not, but you will be making a really crucial decisions, very much so life-changing decisions, my gorgeous Gemini. So this Indian bloodstone also boosts your immune system, it balances your emotions, and it helps you to live healthy and long life as well. Just don't forget what a powerful protector this is indeed. So this gorgeous bloodstone comes with sterling silver chain, and the link to this you can find in the description below. By buying from my channel, you're also supporting my channel as well, so thank you very much for that. The second important date, my gorgeous Gemini, it's gonna be on the 10th of January. I really like the 10th of January so much, because, you know, there is a big problem that in between you and somebody else is slowly but surely coming to an end. I don't know, there was some kind of issue in between you and somebody else, some kind of a problem in between you and somebody else. This is very personal. This is either to do with a friend, a very close and old friend, or it's either to do with a certain family member, but somebody very close to you. Things haven't been hasn't been, sorry, things haven't been, sorry, things haven't been like kind of, can't speak anymore. Things haven't been like really great in between both of you, my gorgeous Geminini. And as we speak, something already happened, something really positive, some kind of unfoldment. And this particular day, it's also gonna be so important because you will see that you've been working on it. It was you who made the first step, and I absolutely applaud you for that, my gorgeous Geminini, because it showed that you're a better person, that you're a bigger person, because this is to do with the specific people in your life that, you know, are so important because they have been there all your life. So these are like really amazing friends or like a family member, you know, and something happened and you've like really fallen out. So, but you, as we speak now, things started to change already, but not that long ago you've already made the first move. Bless your heart, and I'm so proud of you because you just showed that how mature you are, and at that moment you elevated yourself. So now after this moment onwards, you are the one who's going to benefit from it because you are in lead here. Not that you need to be in lead, but you basically enlightened yourself with this, and on this particular day you will have a very powerful, something is going to happen in between you and that person, and you are gonna feel really great, really great, but also like really good, because you will see that this is the direct result of your hard work, and you were the one who actually made this first step, made this first move. And it's important for both of you. You have shown yourself to be an amazing person, and of course you're highly intuitive, but also you're highly intelligent, my gorgeous Geminini, because if you're not, you would never like kind of, you know, make this move like in the first step. So this, you know, you will see this is going to mean to you so much. But I have to say, I know it's going to sound crazy, I have to say that at around the end of the month, that particular person is, again, I'm sorry, I have to say this, it's going to piss you off, but at around the end of the month, this particular person, it's again going to do something silly, because that particular person has been really weird, and it has been really silly for a while, and you're the one who's keeping all strings together, you know, here. So just remember this. At around the end of the month, that person is again gonna kind of act really weird, really bizarre. I'm sorry, but there is a little challenge that you are going to have. You must not explode. You must not explode, because if you, or argue, because if you do that, you go backwards. There is something not quite right with that person. Maybe in their mind they became too paranoid about something, and now they're spreading their paranoia on everybody around them, and almost like as if this person is not really well, kind of, you know. So you have to be gentle. So the challenge at around the end of this month is that person is going to do something really weird and silly, but you must not explode. Somehow you're going to need to ignore that, and sometimes you're going to need to kind of change a subject really quickly if you possibly can. Okay, very important. Okay, so there is another challenge that you're going to have, but I think that you're going to be absolutely fine. The next important date, my gorgeous Gemini, is going to be on the 15th of January. This is like a one big mama here. This is seriously one big mama here, because on the 15th of January, you know, it is like a fantastic achievement. I'm so happy for you. It's to do with a big achievement. It's to do with a big recognition. It's to do with a big success. It's to do with a big, massive, huge accomplishment, my gorgeous Geminini. And this accomplishment is going to mean to you so much, because, you know, there is so much more to it, because this is to do with the some wish becoming true. That accomplishment is a part of your wish that came true, and that it's not only that is going to have such a big impact on your life, because at the same time, as soon as you become aware of this amazing achievement and amazing accomplishment, it's not only only that your big wish is going to come true, this is going to mean to you so much, but you're also going to become aware of big changes and big opportunity. You will want to jump in like almost immediately now. You're going to feel very strong, you're going to feel very assertive, and this in itself, it's really kind of going to make you feel so good about yourself, my God, because this is like really going to help you to get what you want in life. You're going to be, yes, that's what I want, that's exactly what I want, that's what I want. Once you find yourself on this path, once you find yourself within this vibration, once you feel, what am I trying to say to you, that you're actually going to feel, and nothing is going to change your mind ever again. You will know what you need to do, you will know what you are destined to do, you will most certainly know what is the next organic step after this moment in time. This is absolutely brilliant. There is also going to be an important negotiation that you are going to have at around the 16th and the 17th of January. When it comes to this important negotiation, what I need to mention is to not to hold anything back. Okay, so there is going to be an important negotiation, but when it comes to that important negotiation, do not hold anything back. That's all I need to say. Okay, and you need to be very, very open-minded as well when it comes to that important negotiation, because by you being open-minded, you will really kind of realize, by you doing this and being open-minded, you will also realize, you know, solid beginnings where you wouldn't realize them before. So this is important as well. Another thing I was going to recommend you, my gorgeous Gemini, is this absolutely gorgeous natural crazy lace agate. I highly recommend you this because natural crazy lace agate, it's very powerful because it helps you to kind of, it reminds you of things, you know, it's a great little reminder. So as soon as you wear it, no matter what's going on in your life or no matter what's happening in your life, you know, because sometimes we can have lots of problems, lots of issues, and then, you know, we forget about things that are priority, you know. So when you wear this, you know, it magically reminds you almost immediately of certain things that need more attention and care in your life. That could be more important than something big in front of you that you think needs your attention. A natural crazy lace agate, it also enhances mental function, it helps healing, especially when it comes to an inner anger and tension, and it creates a sense of security and safety as well. This gorgeous natural crazy lace agate comes with sterling silver chain, and the link to buy this is in the description below. The next important date is going to be on the 23rd of January. On the 23rd of January, oh la la, you are really going to become very, very curious about something. Okay, you're gonna become very, very curious about something on the 23rd of January. And as you know, when I say that you're gonna become very curious about something, well, this is a lot to do because something very much so unexpected is actually going to happen. And something unexpected is going to happen, which is going to really kind of make you aware of some kind of an ending. But then at the same time, that unexpected situation, it's also going to highlight what do you need to kind of like, also again, that there is something that you're going to need to release here. There is something that you're going to need to release here. So you're going to become very curious on the 23rd of January how to release something. And what you need to understand is that when it comes to you becoming very curious how to release something, you are going to make a really, really quick decision. This quick decision is so important for you to this quick decision is so important for you to take this really seriously, because it's to do at the same time with you kind of taking some kind of a challenge, but you will love this type of challenge. But if you wait a little bit longer, you're not gonna love this type of challenge. So it's a lot about this specific vibration that you benefit from happening at around this time of the month, you see. So it's it's to do with like these feelings and emotions that you're going to have at that moment in time, which is really going to contribute towards you really understanding that, you know, you need to make a really, really quick decision. And this quick decision that you're going to make, it's also going to be kind of like there is an important compromise that you are going to need to make. But then again, when it comes to that important compromise, this in itself, it's like all part of this journey. And it's all part of this journey. You know, this compromise that you're going to make, this is a part of this journey. But at the same time, you know, you just need to basically understand that this is also going to be the time where some very, very interesting people are actually going to start entering your life as well through this particular situation as well. So this is something that you need to understand. And also, my gorgeous Gemini, when it comes to the 23rd of January, there is gonna be like some kind of competition. It's actually not only the 23rd of January, sorry, it's in between the 23rd of January and the 30th of January. In between the 23rd of January and the 30th of January, it's so important to mention that there is going to be some kind of competition that you're going to need to attend, or you're going to need to attend and be the part of the group where there are going to be lots of people there that you're not going to like. And what is going to happen is, like, you know, you're going to become aware of someone being dishonest to you. You're going to become aware of someone lying to you. But that is going to have a completely different impact on you, because it's not about you being shocked by somebody lying to you, but you being able to protect yourself at the same time by saying no to something that is at the same time going to be offered to you. So something is going to be offered to you, but you know that this is going to be bad for you. You need to be strong, because you are going to be surrounded by the certain people who are going to be very strong when it comes to their energy. And at the same time, I can clearly see that you're going to try to impress somebody, but you do not want to do something that you know it's not the right thing to do. You have to be very smart here, and you have to be grateful to God that you are beforehand going to become aware of the fact that somebody was dishonest and lying to you in the first place. So when something is offered to you, you will be like, no baby, no, I don't think so. So be grateful to this. So you're not going to see this in a bad light. You're not going to be surprised. This is not going to surprise you, but it's more about you understanding to be very, very careful and not to do something which is going to be irreversible. You almost are going to find yourself being pressurized to do something, but I'm worried because you will be surrounded by certain people who you will also at the same time want to impress, but you need to be smart and you need to be clever here, because you don't want to do something that you don't want to do, and most importantly, you don't want to do something which would be absolutely irreversible whatsoever. Sorry, okay? The next day, my gorgeous Gemini, which is going to be quite significant, is going to be on the 31st of January. Now, on the 31st of January, oh my God, I really like this. It's like almost as if like you're going to have, not almost, but the moment in time, you voice your concerns about something. That moment in time, you are going to lead the way. That moment in time, you're going to light your own path. Just remember, on the 31st of January, the moment in time you voice your concerns about something, that moment in time you will lead the way. That moment in time you will light up your own path. That moment in time you are gonna go somewhere, and where you're gonna go after that moment in time, you are going to have an adventure. This adventure that you're gonna have, you know, it's really kind of gonna also make you aware of something that you are not. It's gonna make you aware of, like, number one, it's gonna make you aware of something that needs more attention and care when it comes to your life, something that needs more energy when it comes to the certain goal, when it comes to the specific goal. But when it comes to that adventure, you're also going to become aware of like a really, really interesting prospects and interesting bright prospects that you're gonna start considering like almost immediately. You're gonna become very, very determined here, like, oh my God. And this in itself, it's gonna mean to you so much, because somebody very close to you, somebody very important to you, somebody who you get on with, it's gonna be like, oh my God, that's amazing, that's incredible. And you're gonna need, like, you know, not that you're gonna need an advice, but you're just like kind of, oh my God, this is like really going to surprise you. It's not that you're gonna need an advice, but it's gonna mean to you so much to actually share this with somebody, and who you're gonna share this with you, it's gonna make you feel even better. That person is gonna be like, oh my God, that's remarkable, that's remarkable. You are about to spread your wings, my gorgeous Geminini, and you are about to fly, because you are gonna find yourself here moving on with your life towards a much more like calmer waters. You will clearly understand that, you know, with these bright prospects that you're going to become aware of, you know, you will clearly understand that there is something that you're going to need to be very, very patient about. It's to do with patience. But then again, a few days later, when it comes to the actual February, now I'm into February, within the first week of February 2024, you are gonna get a very, very interesting news and very interesting message. And the news and message that you're going to have within the first week of February 2024 is just going to basically make you aware of an aspect of your life like moving on really fast. And this is really going to surprise you, which aspect of your life you're going to become aware of like it's moving on really fast, because that particular aspect was preventing you to kind of take on these bright prospects like immediately. So you're going to be like, oh my God, you're going to become aware of these bright prospects on the 31st of January, but already within the first week of February you will be able to do something about it. Absolutely magnificent, my gorgeous Geminini, indeed. So now I'm just going to see sorry. Oh, it's a tea, herbal tea, rose and hibiscus, one of my favorite. Touch of organic unwaxed lemon and touch of honey, organic honey. Okay, if you don't like honey, then you can have organic maple syrup, for example. Never sugar, never ever. So now, my gorgeous Geminini, I'm just going to check, see like this, what is going to happen to those of you who are in relationship when it comes to this month. So for those of you who are in relationship when it comes to this month, let's just see what is actually going to happen. Okay. For those of you in relationship, my gorgeous Geminini, for those of you in relationship, for those of you in relationship, what is the message? What is the message? What is the message? Ooh la la. Those people in relationship, my gorgeous Geminini, you're really going to have such a beautiful experience, both of you. You are going to have a beautiful experience, a gorgeous experience this month. And something is really going to make you feel so good, you know, both of you. Something is also going to open your eyes. And when you have this beautiful, gorgeous experience, my gorgeous Geminini, this is for the couples, you will see what is clearly missing in your life, but something is going to be highlighted. Something is going to be highlighted, and you're going to be reminded, both of you, or something that's so important to you, something that you've been working on for so long, but suddenly you left it behind. So you're gonna be reminded of what you've left behind, okay? And that in itself, it's gonna be so important, because you're gonna realize, you know, okay, now it's time to start working on that again. That's what you're gonna realize. Now it's time to start working on that again, which is also at the same time intuitively going to be guiding both of you. Both of you are gonna be intuitively guided at the same time. And also this in itself is going to be so important because it's going to bring a huge accomplishment and success into your life, my gorgeous Gemini. So this is why this is so important. You know, this will happen because it's meant to happen. But it's also like going to bring a really amazing accomplishment to both of you. And both of you are going to be so much happier when you start considering this part of your life again. Sometimes there are lots of signs and messages we have on our spiritual journey, which are there just to remind us to not to forget about important aspects of our lives. But this can happen very, very easily. And I'm saying this because we all go through different things in life, you know. We all have to like, you know, have a little break sometimes, and we all sometimes lose it a little bit in terms of like what takes priorities. So now you will realize in terms of priorities how much this is actually going to be important for both of you when it comes to your own happiness, but also when it comes to you doing the right thing and protecting what's yours. Save money. You will save money with this, and you will also at the same time protect what's yours. Very important indeed. Sorry. And those of you Gemininis who are single and ready to mingle, let's just see. And those of you, my gorgeous Gemininis who are single, okay, let's see what's gonna happen in January. Stranger in... Look, I've got that in between. Oh my God, look, I had a completely different car. I'm crazy. I'm losing my mind that I never had. Look at this. This is the different card here. It's inspiration, inspiration. You know what? I shouldn't just ignore it like that. These are two different cards. Look, that one was like in the middle here, just came out. So the bottom line is when it comes to the single ones, yeah, it's about an inspiration. It's about an inspiration. This month, it's going to require you to be yourself. Do what you want, my single Gemininis. Do what you want. Go where you want to go. Have some fun. Have some fun because you are going to have some crazy fun. But most importantly, something is going to happen to the single Gemininis, and you are going to get what you need to get. You know, and I'm talking about an inspiration. You're going to get what you need to get, you know. But I'm talking about an inspiration again to kind of like, oh my God, like only now I'm ready. Because maybe you haven't been ready so far, my gorgeous Gemini, to actually let somebody into your life. Since I say January, only now you will go somewhere, you will do something really great is going to happen, something that was missing in your life kind of you are going to get. But at the same time you will start to realize that you are ready. You know, something is going to inspire you. Now you're gonna, only now you're gonna become so passionate about letting somebody into your life. Indeed. Well, there you go. Again, absolutely brilliant. And do not ignore this idea. It's all going to start with an idea at around the beginning of this month. My single Gemini, you will have an idea. I want to go there. I want to go there. I want to do that. I see you having fun. I see you being surrounded by the people. I see lots of people flirting with you. I see you having a lots of attention. And sometimes this is all we need. But there is a one particular thing which is going to happen. You're gonna feel really good and you're gonna feel brilliant, rejuvenated, but at the same time that beautiful, gorgeous, magical experience, you know, that you're going to have, it's really going to open your eyes and make you aware like you are ready to let somebody into your life right now, my gorgeous Gemini. Very, very important indeed. Okay, my gorgeous Gemini, thank you ever so much for watching my videos. I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing, peace and light to every single one of you. Sasha Bonasin, psychic medium. Love you. Bye.